Hey guys, welcome back to A Complicated Melody. So I'm going to do a tag video, and this is a really good one because I haven't done like any monthly favorites or hits and misses or anything like that. So what I was going to do was kind of like a 2012 or like fall. It kept getting pushed back and back. It was going to be like in summer, fall, and then I was like, well, I'll just do a 2012. But I saw this tag and thought, oh, this is perfect, because what it is basically a tag and a video that shows you all of basically my favorite products. And it's called, as you can see from the title, 10 Things That I Would Repurchase. So the premise is basically, if you lost all your makeup, what would be maybe the first 10 things that you would repurchase, or the things that you just had to have again. First of all, if I lost all of my makeup, y'all would have to come get me out of the psycho ward, or like just pick me up off the floor, because I'm done. I'm out. If I lost all my makeup, whew, sweet Jesus, because I own a lot and it is worth a lot. But yeah, the thought of that gives me okay, let's not talk about that. But what we will talk about is the 10 things that I would just purchase again. And some of these things I have actually repurchased anyway. So the first thing I'll show you that I would repurchase is MAC's Match Master foundation, and this is 6.0. I've been wearing the heck. I'm out. It's almost time for me to repurchase. I'm down in here. I usually switch between foundations just depending on what I've got going on, where I'm going. And I've been wearing a Studio Fluid Fix for quite a minute, but Match Master lately has just been one that I think that is just working best with my skin and the weather, and when the stars align. So far I would just have to go with Match Master. And again, I'm in 6.0, and in MAC terms of others, it'd be NC44. So secondly, I would have to have my MAC spiked brow pencil, because honey, I got to have eyebrows. No one wants to walk around without eyebrows, so I have to have eyebrows. And I would this would be the first thing I picked up. So why I like this one is because it lasts much longer, and a good dupe for this is the Maybelline Definer Brow in dark brown. Nearly identical in color, and they stay on just about the same amount. I think the MAC beats it by a little bit, but definitely is long lasting, and I prefer pencil over brush and powder, because I get a cleaner line. It's just easier to use, so that's why I use pencil. So I'd have to go and get spiked. As you can see, I've already repurchased another one because this one's almost out and I have to have my brow pencil. So next, I would have to have my Model in a Bottle long-lasting eyebrow sealer, and I've had this for months. Months, people. Do you see how much that is? I've had this for months. It does not take a lot. A little goes such a very long way, and you can over-put this product on. This is a brow sealer, and I mean, it is basically, I can't think of anything. I don't know how to describe the I don't think there's anything similar that I can really compare it to, but it's very thin, but it basically, and it does, you even when you feel it after you put it on, it's kind of like makes it a little hard, not like hard, but you can feel that it is set. So it's almost like putting on like clear nail polish on top of your brow. Not thick as nail polish, but same concept. And so as you can see, it has a brush like a nail polish brush, and it does come with another brush that's a spoolie. But I noticed for me, because the spoolie is a little more, it basically moves the product. This one just kind of lays on top of it, because I fill in my brows with the pencil. So and then I'm already using a spoolie to brush the product and even it out. So this just kind of lays on top of it. My brows do not move. Hot club all day. I do not have any issues with my brows coming off. Now you really kind of have to wipe it off to really mess with it. But at the end of the day, when you wash your face, it just comes off. But yeah, for the most part, it definitely seals it in there, and I cannot live without this product. I will be repurchasing it. The next product that I would repurchase is my Pro Longwear Concealer. This one's an NC42, just slightly lighter than my natural skin tone. This is what I use under my eyes to conceal those dark, dark bags from staying up late. And so I just put this under my eye, sometimes down the bridge of my nose, here, if I want to highlight, if I'm really trying to get fancy. But other than that, just under my eye. Now, I'm a type of person who only really needs a lot of concealer in that area. Luckily, I don't have a whole lot of blemishes or scarring right now, so I don't have one that's natural, like actually my skin tone color, but I would use this formula if you are looking to conceal certain areas because it's very long lasting, and that's the beauty of it. So next is my Black Track Fluid Line. You can tell by how much I've already used it. This is like my go-to black liner. Once you put it on, it does not go anywhere, and it gives you a nice black matte finish. And so yeah, I use the heck out of this, so I would have to have this again. It's just a classic, a staple. You gotta have it. You just gotta have it in your life. Next, I would have to have my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Nothing like an shadow primer, and there are tons. Let me tell you, Elf, very inexpensive, has really good one. Urban Decay, Mary Kay has one of my other favorites, but I just particularly like the Too Faced one. Now, Urban Decay did switch to a one like this that has just a push instead of the brush, but I think it's the larger, like, professional size. Don't quote me on it, just because I haven't purchased the Urban Decay version in a while, Primer Potion, even though it was one of my favorites, just because I've had this one and I have a backup, so I haven't had a need to repurchase it because I do have a backup of this already. So but this just helps your eyeshadow from creasing, and honey, ain't nothing cute about a creased eye. So next, I would have to have some eyeshadow. And of all the things that I have, tons of palettes, the Naked 2 palette is just one of my favorites. And I would have to have this again. And of the two Naked palettes, this one actually wins me over than the other one. I like this one than the other one. I love both. Do not get me wrong. But if I had to have one, I'd go with Naked 2. Anyway, so yeah, I'd have to have Naked 2. I mean, neutral colors. I could do anything from a light eye to a smoky eye with this palette. So I gotta have this again. And then number 9. Now, this is not, I have two, but it is in one. But basically what it is that I'm saying is that I have to have some setting spray. And I have Urban Decay's D-Slick. This is the one that's supposed to be for oily skin. But this one is the Model in a Bottle. And Model in a Bottle is a little harder, not hard to find, but you have to order it online. Not a lot of stores carry it like a Sephora or Ulta does. So you can pick either one. Lately, I've been using Model in a Bottle just because it's kind of the original. This is the standard. But Urban Decay makes one that is just as great. But, if I had to go with one, I'd go with Model in a Bottle. But this one works just as great. And when I tell you, I come home after being at work all the time, going out, come home and my face still looks like I did when I walked out the door. Might have been a little shiny, but I mean the color, everything, my eyeshadow, my blush, everything else is still there. And so I love makeup setting sprays. Number 9, this should be number 9, would be my MAC Ruby Woo matte red lipstick. Because it's classic, it is perfect. It is the classic red, and it's matte, and once you put it on, a lot of times it's not going to go anywhere. So I really love this red lipstick, so I'd have to get it again. Lastly, number 10 would be my baby lips. I wear the heck out of these. I don't know what flavor or color or name it is, but the green one, that's the one that's in my purse. These float around between my dresser or a clutch or something like that. But yeah, And this blue one, yeah, this one's like a candy one. I think the green one's kind of minty. And then there's this cute, like really pink one that's kind of pinky. And then this one has kind of like this nude tone to it. Yeah, anyway. So these baby lips keep your lips yum, yum, yum. And they're really inexpensive. So, nobody likes chapped lips, right? So you gotta keep your lips looking nice and moist and supple and all that. So I'd have to have my baby lips. So those are the 10 things that I would have to have, and I think it's a great way for you guys to see what some of my absolute favorite products are that I just can't live without. I'm just telling y'all, if y'all just girl falls out in the middle of the street and dies, would be the news heading if I lost all my makeup. So anyways, yeah, so cool post. I really like that. I tag all of you. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you next video.